And then it all came down to this. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So what did I think about this film?
Oh, you showed me.
Okay, so with this film, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I loved it. Like, I thought it was so fun. I thought it was so dope. I thought the soundtrack was dope. I thought it was funny, witty. It was its own thing. It had characters I had never even seen before, only heard of, only read on paper, not even seen some of the comics. And then it was just like, it was just a masterpiece, right? And it's like, it was a lot of expectations that I had for this movie. And unfortunately, how do I put this? Those expectations really didn't get met for me. And it's like, right now this movie is on Netflix and I could watch it, but there are some moments that I just kind of would just fast forward through. I would just daze off and not pay attention to. But let's talk about the positives first. I'm gonna just be really quick about it. I think Yondu's presence as Peter Quill's dad was merited. It was earned. It was great. It was a great central focus. Baby Groot was cute. His opening dance was so cute. It was adorable when Baby Groot was like in a situation where he was like being pinned in. He was sitting there crying. When Yondu was with him and he was trying to help Yondu and he was trying to help Rocket. It was cute. Rocket. Yeah, and look, Bradley Cooper just nails that voice acting role. And I think that Rocket had one of the dopest moments. But it's kind of like when I think about Peter Quill and I think about the resonant emotional impact that should have really taken on its life of its own in this movie, got muffled through a lot of forced comedic moments. Like every moment that to me should have been like an impactful moment got muddled. And I think one of the most emotional moments was when the fact that Peter Quill realized that his own dad killed his mom. And it's kind of just like, yes, he shoots at him and then all of a sudden he turns into David Hasselhoff. And it was like, this is a serious moment. Your dad killed your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I know this is a Marvel movie. I know this is to try to keep, you know, a certain kind of impact. But it's like the first one, when he had that moment of being able to touch his mom, like he felt that. I felt Chris Pratt's performance through that. And it wasn't like a cheesy kind of thing. Like, as a matter of fact, it was a double down effect because Groot died in that one. And a lot of people think that Groot is the same exact Groot, but really what James Gunn has said is that Groot died and that's Groot's kid. Like, Baby Groot is Groot's kid. So, it's like that one was very deep, very emotional. And it was kind of just like every little bit of emotional impact in this movie, from Drax talking to the girl and talking about his family and her feeling his emotion, to then again just like muddled off to the relationship Peter Quill and his and Gamora, that kind of getting like put off and laughed off. I think one of the ones that did stick was definitely Yondu's death and the funeral. And that did stick. That was really good. And even like what they were able to do with the Ravengers. I think that they did a really good job with the Ravengers. This one minus Taser face. It just, that joke just did not last with me. It didn't work. But I will say Nebula and Gamora's fight wasn't as good, but their dialogue was so key. And I think that they played it very well. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, I think that the first movie set up Peter Quill to be this cool, diehard kind of dude. And it's kind of like, when he got all his powers, yeah, it was cool from a visual standpoint, but it was kind of just like, I just lost Peter Quill within the realms of the movie at some point. It was just really weird. It kind of took me off guard a little bit. But the movie itself plays and services to the general audience versus like people that wanted to have this movie be an emotional impact movie. To me, the subject matter alone, Peter's dad and what that means for Peter, it's kind of just got laughed off with a lot of forced jokes to me that just didn't work and didn't land, where there was so much ample opportunity behind the scenes, in my personal opinion. And that's just kind of how I feel about it, unfortunately. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I really want to rest it at a 7.5. I think I'm kind of being kind of gracious. But anyway, what did you guys think about it? Definitely go down the description bar below. Click on our Stardust link at JVS. Make sure you tag at JVS so I'll know what your reaction is to this movie. And I'm adding that to a compilation video much later on. Okay, guys? Peace.